Being someone who grew up in the late 90s and early 2000s was great because there were just so many amazing games that came out around that time, and they will always hold a strong place in my heart. There were also just so many of them that not only shaped who I am, but shaped the minds of countless modern video game developers. You can see today with games like Undertale how your favorite comedy RPGs like Paper Mario and Earthbound have managed to influence the popular game consciousness, and you can see with games like Hyper Light Drifter how the old top-down Zelda games of your youth have had their influence as well. Nostalgic games hold a big place in the hearts of many gamers and game developers alike, and so it's time we celebrate the best of nostalgic games. But you know me, your boy Cole from Game Thesis. I like to give things a personal touch. I like to get you into my head and show you my perspective. And you know what? I haven't played every game out there, so we're gonna stick to my most nostalgic system. That's right, the Nintendo 64. This console had so many classic games that still have their place among the greats. But I mean, even then, don't expect to see all of your favorites on this list. Like, as a kid, I never got a chance to play Banjo-Kazooie, so it doesn't hold as sacred a place in my heart. I was mostly a fan of Nintendo's big IP games. If it had Mario on it, I'd buy it. But even then, it's not like I bought every Mario game, because when you get right down to it, I'm an RPG kind of guy. From Shin Megami Tensei to Pokemon, I love me a good turn-based role-playing game. And so that's what always resonated with me, even as a kid. And that's why we're bringing you the top 10 video games that came out on the Nintendo 64, starring characters from Nintendo-specific intellectual properties that were RPGs. Number 10. I may have spoiled it a little in the intro, but when I think Nintendo RPG, I think Paper Mario. Sure, a lot of people say, and I agree, that Paper Mario 2: The Thousand Year Door is the best in that franchise, but this is the one that started it all. Well, if you forget Mario RPG. Either way, it was fun, clever, and had the perfect blend of engaging combat and visual presentation. The cardboard cutout aesthetic is such a unique look, especially back when this game was new, and it was so cool to pair up and empathetically connect with some of Mario's trademark enemies, like Goombas and Koopas, in order to save Princess Peach. Speaking of Princess Peach, her interactions with Twink, Bowser, and all of his minions still make me laugh to this day. The reason this game is so memorable is because it has such great writing, and it almost makes Bowser sympathetic. They actually make you care for Bowser. Not enough to want to stop him, but enough to turn him into this crazy lovable grouch, a persona that still shines through in a lot of his appearances in other games today. Just like Mario and Luigi that came after, Paper Mario incorporated an element of timing to your attacks that kept the combat from turning into a grind like other JRPGs at the time. It was able to keep a lot of impatient young children who were the target demographic of the game engaged, and that's a pretty tall order for a kid who could just watch some zany cartoon on Cartoon Network instead. Maybe this isn't an achievement that's been highly coveted, but Nintendo has always been the master of comedy RPGs, with all the Mario games and Earthbound, and Paper Mario still stands today as one of the greatest achievements in comedy gaming history. Number 9. Oh, I guess that's it. Shh.